Welcome to the Kingdom of 80 Lakewood Loop. We're sitting here again in Little Church. I explained the medicine wheel in part 4. So we're right here on the medicine wheel. We're at part 1. A few of Ronnie's big secrets. Have you figured out what his first secret is yet? And maybe how it could be of use to you? Well, it turns out his big secret, the first one, is called Where God Lives. It's in a letter form. Love letter, I should add. At the top of it, it reads, Rural Route 2, sitting at my anchor desk, scribbling with my silver cross pen, Esterville, Iowa. Dearly beloved, my job in this here letter is to tell you about one place where God lives. So sneak away with me from our farmhouse. Any time is fine when you get the urge. Midnight, dawn, any season, depends on when you are drawn. But if it's daylight, far off, between the fence rows, where the wild roses grow, with those waving hands that flash in the sunlight, you can just spot it. So if it's spring, you can feel the heat from the fresh plowed ground as you walk out barefoot for the first time. Enjoy even the pricks of the young thistles growing lustrous in the sun. Be surprised by the thunders of the pheasants. Most always there will be jackrabbits who just laugh at old Pooch as they bound over the loam. Then out past where the corn has been drilled into rows, you eventually come to the tallest cottonwood tree ever was, there between the fence rows where the wild roses grow. Just at the border of our farm, no other trees for a mile around. I like to knock on the trunk before I climb up. I know he has seen me coming from a long ways off, has opened his spreading arms, has made his leaves shimmer and shine in the slightest breeze, makes them clap like a million hands. But still it seems meek to say, Here I am, Ronnie, your prodigy son, who has returned to see you from the far country. So let's begin our climb. Soles on bark that almost itches, it feels so good. The limbs squeal their delight. It's like you got an invite to a wedding. The higher you make your way up, near the top, he is also a she, and you are their son, who they are giving green birth to, just 'cause you bothered to visit and adore them. Then, to celebrate all this stuff that don't make a lick of sense when you get back on the ground, the jackrabbits, scattered to hell and back by your dog, they begin to circle this cottonwood tree. Pooch knows this is special and don't say a bark, and rests by the trunk, his tongue hung out, his mouth like a long and red pitchfork. Maybe they come 'cause they are drawn by the sound of my voice as I sing hymns and hers at the top of my lungs. Looking up at the crown, I sing in the voice Romeo did to his Juliet. It's the best talk ever, if you cotton to speak to your dearly beloved, for that's what God has become, as he swings me in the arms of her chattering tree. If it's spring, the tree spreads manna upon the black loam. It can feed you on your way to the promised land, even months after, if you bother to remember. If it's summer, swaying there at the top, hidden by the leaves. You can see silos sway in the heat and feel a coolness only this tree can bring. In winter, the branches clatter like skeletons, but it ain't a bit scary, only white and wonderful as far as the eyes can see. If it's fall like now, you can spot old Silent Sam, my father, plowing under a hayfield. The seagulls, hungry like me, are white dots on the black ground, and you can almost hear them screaming for the worms. But no matter the season or how hungry you get, it's always holier there than the long, cold faces you see at grim church. As you once knew, God is rich and wears lots of faces and lives gobs of other places too, besides between the fence rows where the wild roses grow. But please, let's keep that our big secret and don't let anyone else know, or I could end up like my Aunt Myrtle, who got her brain cut out at Cherokee. Sincerely, Ronnie Lee Noss. Thank you.